Hi everyone, firstly thanks for watching. Never done a review or video like this before, so yeah, here goes. Just got the new Warhammer Visions and White Dwarf Weekly magazines in the post today. Here we go. So yeah, I'm going to do a quick sort of review on these two books. Firstly, we've got the Warhammer Visions, and yeah, I've got one word for this book really, and that is awesome. It is just full of excellent pictures of nothing but hobby. It's just chockers full of hobby. The first section is mainly to do with all the new Tyranid models. We saw a lot of them last month in the last White Dwarf. But it gives you a bit more of an insight into them and the little text boxes that come with it. You get a little bit of info up here on each photo. Explaining the weapon options, things like that, what those little dribblies are under the wings. I had no idea what they were till reading this. I'm not a Tyranid player. I haven't read the Codex or anything. It's got a few fold-out pages, like some epic battle scenes against Ultramarines, which I've never seen before, and I find them highly awesome. Really good hobby inspiration, and yeah, highly good. So yeah, you can start off with all the Tyranids, all different hive fleets, different pictures, all the stuff there, all the big Gribblies, the small Gribblies, which is really good. I find it pretty inspirational. More little bits of lore, like finding out the hive tyrant, not hive tyrants, the hive guards, sorry, can't actually see. They only see through their weapons and through, the psychic connection to the other smaller bugs around them, which, again, as a non-Tyranid player or owner of a Codex or anything, I had no idea. So that was pretty cool, picking up on little tidbits like that. After the Tyranid section, we've got the Lord of the Rings, Hobbit stuff, which was nice to actually see some, good close-ups of those models. Like they touched on them briefly in the last White Dwarf again. But it's good to see them all close up, like the likeness, for those figures that the sculptors get. I think it's mainly the Perry twins. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the likeness they get to the actual actors in the movie is incredible. It's good to see them close up. Then after that we've got a Forge World section, and a lot of these models I'd seen pictures of, but I'd never seen painted pictures of them before. So it's good to see them all done up. There's some. What are they? Some Night Lords thing guys, and some what have we got here? Alpha Legion Terminators. It's good to see them all painted. Like you see them on the website and in the back of the old White Dwarf, but most of the times you see them unpainted. Then we've got the Army of the Month. They've kept that. This month it's a beautiful Vampire Counts army. I'm not a Warhammer player, but I can appreciate a good army when I see one, and yeah, it certainly is definitely one. So yeah, you got a few close-up pictures of that, a few little text boxes, with interviews with the creators of the army, which is always nice. Just a few little things like that. Then it goes on to a massive section on Golden Demon, somewhere in the US. Where is it? Memphis. Yeah, Memphis in the US. And yeah, just a whole escapade of Golden Demon entries there, and some of them are absolutely fantastic. Like, it's all just full of inspiration. This book, I found, and yeah, it's good just to have on the coffee table. I suppose I can see myself painting, and then when I need a break from painting, just flick through this, get charged up again about the awesomeness that is this hobby of ours. The Golden Demon section is really good, like the dioramas, like the effort these guys go into is phenomenal. Just mind-boggling, really. Can hopefully aspire to paint sort of half as good as that one day, So that's always good. Nice inspiration. Then a bit of a battle report. It's mainly a pictures battle report. Maybe they could have gone a bit in depth there. I guess it's mainly criticism of the book, is maybe a bit more text to do with the battle report. But it tells the story in pictures well enough. You know, Huron's bikers going and killing Grey Knights, basically, which is always good. And then it goes back to, here we go, yeah, some Kitbash stuff. Orc truck conversions. So I'm a bit biased, so I'm an Orc nut myself. So seeing these awesome trucks is very inspirational. You know, they've used Dakajet parts and Killer Can bits, and you know, you've got a painted example. Then you've got sort of a Kitbash example, sort of shows you what, you know, kind of what they did where, you know, where they got their bits from, where they've green stuffed heavily, you know, what they've chopped and changed, you know. So that's nice. And yeah, heaps of trucks. Probably there's 4 or 5 of them really spectacular Orc trucks there. Then we've got John Blanche, always a favourite of the previous incarnation of White Dwarf for me, and that's pretty much the same. There was never much text to do with John Blanche anyway. He just introduces this friend, Jacob Nielsen, and shows some of his models that he's converted, and yeah, that's inspirational too, because the models that appear in Blanchitsu have always just been, you know, just thinking, how the hell do they make that? So that's always good. Then they go back to the Tyranids, a bit of a showcase on every Hive fleet. You've got Behemoth there, Hive Fleet Behemoth. Quite a bit on Behemoth, Old One Eye, pictures of Raveners, Trigons battling. You know, it's all pretty epic, inspirational stuff. Yeah, Swarmlord, Kraken. Yeah, pretty sweet. Then, yeah, after some more Tyranid stuff, got some Reader models here. A Hive Fleet Someone's Invented. Hive Fleet Titan. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, Hive Fleet Titan. Which is always nice. But then another good part of it, just to finish it off, is the painting guides. You've got a painting guide for every single Hive Fleet known, including splinter fleets that I've never even heard of. You've got, you know, Hive Fleet Behemoth, Leviathan, Kraken, Splinter Fleet, like Hive Fleet, Leviathan, Splinter Fleet, Solstice, Omega. Like, I've never heard of that, but you know, it gives you a nice little, you know, different way to paint, like different colours. Like you got some blues and purple nids and all sorts. And the guides are, I reckon, they're simple enough that anyone would be able to follow it. A new hobbyist, you know, be able to follow it and achieve something that's definitely recognisable as a Hive Fleet Kraken, say. But it also gives you enough detail for, you know, more advanced painters to give you something to go with, you know. So yeah, then at the end you've got the store locator pages, which I don't mind. Like, that was there before. And if I ever want the phone number and I'm not near a computer, which probably doesn't really happen these days, but it's always just handy to have. And nextly, we've got this bad boy here, the weekly magazine, which is another one-word description of awesome. Like, I was super happy when I read through this. It's very similar to the old format of White Dwarf. You've got, you know, your editor's spiel and all that sort of stuff. Then you've got the new products, which, you know, I don't mind. I was never really against the advertising in the previous magazine. It's nice to see all the new products in their glory with a bit of a paragraph, couple paragraph spiel about it. You know, the new dwarves there. You got some character stuff. The new character they've released. All super awesome models, by the way. The dwarves. I always have a soft spot for them. That was the first army I played. Then you've got, you know, your Black Library releases, all that sort of stuff. Digital releases. It has a little page for advertising visions. You know, they are selling products after all, I guess. But yeah, what was really cool was Jervis Johnson's article. He's written a little mini game about instead of rolling the dice to see who gets the first turn, you can play a little mini game that he's created, like about a scouting game sort of thing. And it just goes over the rules and stuff. And I thought that was really good. It's a throwback to the days of old, really, when there were mini games and, you know, chapter approved and all that sort of stuff happening in White Dwarf. So I was super excited to see that. And we've got a bit of a Tyranid article, you know, some tactics in there about the monstrous creatures and that sort of thing. Some article, like a couple paragraphs of interviews about around the studio, you know, Phil Kelly and Cruddas and the like, giving their 2 cents about the new codex and how it could work for them, you know, in games they've played. which I think is great. That's what they used to do, so that's good. More painting guides, dwarves this time, and again they're like this new painting guide system they're doing with the pictures stage by stage, and they're not doing any crazy mixes. I was looking through some white dwarves, from 2008 when Orcs got re-released last time. And some of the painting guides are pretty hard. Even the basic one, they want 50-50 mixes and 25-25-50 mix and all this sort of stuff. So they've gone away with all that. It's all just, use this layer, this dry brush. It's super good for the beginner, and for the advanced alike. Then we've got a good little article actually by Dave Andrews, I think. Is that it? Yeah, Dave Andrews. Yeah, the terrain beauty master, and he's just done a good little simple article about plastic glue. I've been into this hobby for nearly sort of 15 odd years now, since I was like 13, and I learned a few things about plastic glue and its use and stuff. So that was really cool. Some rules. This is really old school. Like, you got the dwarf character rules there. That's a throwback to way back in the day. So yeah, all positive really. Like, I think it's a great direction this hobby's going with the publications. You got Warhammer Visions as your coffee table, inspiration book, and I think it's really good. Like, sure, you can look up all in pictures on the internet of cool models, but I don't know, I prefer having it in my hand right there. I can show it to people. Look at this. So I have to wade through search engines and stuff to find the models I'm looking for. Just flick through pages. It's all good to me. And yeah, the weekly one, double thumbs up there. Super excited. So yeah, there you have it. It's my review of the new Warhammer magazines. Thanks for watching.